See that? 4 brains are bigger than 1.
Mm-hmm. Go ahead.
Go ahead with this guy.
I don't know. What do you got? I'm Chris Lujan.
I am called Bindu.
This is the I Ams.
Well, a couple of things have happened.
Okay.
One, you have watched Primal.
Yes, I have.
We didn't get to talk about it. It's my very favorite cartoon.
I'm with you on that one.
Genndy Tartakovsky is the creator of Powerpuff Girls, Samurai Jack. I mean, fucking...
And there was one other one. I can't remember. I read it this morning. I didn't know he did Powerpuff Girls.
Yeah, dude, that's where we get Mojo Jojo.
I knew that he did Samurai Jack because you were like, oh, I want you to watch this Primal thing. You know Samurai Jack. And it's like, okay.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about Powerpuff Girls.
Bro, they do a Samurai Jack homage to Lone Wolf and Cub.
I need to watch Samurai Jack. We never watched that. Oh, Lord, this guy again.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, I am down, motherfucker. I am down to watch that with you, hand in motherfucking hand.
Now I can't watch it myself?
We can watch every single episode, every single season, and then the main bad guy, Aku, right?
Okay.
Dies.
There's 5 seasons, I think,
The voice
right?
actor fucking dies.
Oh, the voice actor dies,
Yeah.
like mid-season?
That little old Japanese dude on Conan the Barbarian, Conan, the fucking narrator, he's
Conan.
Conan.
Oh, okay.
Conan the Barbarian.
Conan, yeah.
He was the voice of Aku, this old ass Japanese dude, famous voice.
Yeah.
You know, he was the voice of Mojo Jojo from the Powerpuff Girls and all of that.
Okay.
He fucking dies before they complete
Okay.
the shit. So they just stop. And it's like, how many years did it take? 6? 5? 6? 20? How many years? It took a long time. They finally got a voice actor so good you couldn't tell.
Oh, yeah?
And they could continue it. And so they fucking finished Samurai Jack.
Okay.
It's a great story of a demon terrorizing Japan in feudal Japan. And a young brave warrior with a magic sword tries to defeat this demon. And the demon shoots him through a portal in time. And he goes to Blade Runner world, right? And now he's this feudal Japanese dude with the sword trying to get back.
Oh, really?
Yep.
That's what Samurai Jack is?
Yes.
Okay. See, I don't even think I got that far because it was just like, we just finished Primal. And so it was like, let me watch Samurai Jack. But the issue, you tell me, the issue with Samurai Jack for Maceo is that like, Primal was made for Adult Swim, right? Samurai Jack was just Cartoon Network, right? So I think they see it as like, oh, that's for kids. Right?
When did I say I had a problem?
Oh, I don't know. You were just like, I felt like it was either from you or your mom, which I don't understand why she would have this opinion, so I thought it was maybe you. If it was like for Cartoon Network, it's not going to be as good as something for Adult Swim.
Sure. I could see that. I think this one creator,
Maybe it was. I don't know. Maybe I made it up in my head.
he's particularly super dope.
Right.
And Samurai Jack is for kids.
Okay. How much for kids?
Good enough that the adults aren't complaining when it's on. It's
Okay.
good. So the majority of it,
Like Toodle Bops?
it's just like Primal without the blood in it.
Right.
So it's very silent.
Okay.
It's very follow what the fuck is going on. Right? It's very
So
bad
you're telling me at some point they get launched into the future?
in the very beginning.
I'm going to have to watch this.
Now he's launched into
Pay
the
attention.
future international space alien shit. It's all Star Wars.
I didn't know that at all.
It's Star Wars, and he's feudal Japan guy, so he's being humble.
I thought it was all feudal Japan.
No. But one time he's having a memory when he was a little boy, and he runs into Daigoro, the son of Lone Wolf. And so you get to see Lone Wolf kills a bunch of ninjas and shit in feudal Japan. And then the baby gets in the cart, and he walks away, and you're like, holy shit.
So like that's the origin story?
Yeah, it was dope. Pretty cool. Samurai Jack is cool. And then when they finally did do the last finale, it's amazing.
All right.
It's absolutely amazing. Yes, that creator's bad. And then after that, he did this dinosaur shit, Primal.
Right.
And like cavemen and dinosaurs did not exist. They did not cohabitate. And he's like, fuck that. This is how I play with my toys.
Well, I mean, it got to the point
and
where...
I'm all in.
Yeah, it got to the point where the caveman was fighting like, you know, Native Americans, I guess. Is that what you would say? Native Islanders, right? It was like, and then there was like an English crew too, right? Wasn't there like a English? Yeah, it's all time frames at once, except for now.
Good show, man.
That was awesome.
Right? When he saw the dude was a championship state boxer, he forgot that they were
Watch
fighting.
Primal.
And he's the boxer he's fighting. He's like, "Help me, man!" Right? And the dude's like, "Oh shit, sorry, it was so good."
Yeah. Watch Primal.
And then-
He showed us weirdly, season 1, episode 5. You were like, here, watch this. For some reason, you showed us episode 5 first. And I'm not saying there was anything wrong with it because it hooked us.
Well, I make a surprise guest appearance in that cartoon.
Yeah.
BINDU was in that show for sure.
Okay.
Yeah, that was great. What a great cartoon. Yeah, I don't want to spoil it, so watch it.
Oh, so we shouldn't say anything about it?
Well, we
so it's
could.
about a caveman and a dinosaur.
Well, we can spoil it. Fuck that. When he is,
Spoilers, fuck faces.
that's what I'm talking about.
Spoiler alert, fuck faces?
That's
okay.
what I'm fucking talking about.
All right.
So, wow, that just took me by surprise that you would say that. That was great. Episode 5, season 1, right?
Right.
It's the duality is what makes that episode so fucking great, because the whole first half is silent and tranquil and peaceful, and
I gotcha.
they come in not trusting, and they eventually they trust, and they start like, it was great, eating sushi and shit and playing with butterflies and all of that, and then it turns into the most violent fucking thing I've ever seen animated, ever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, like some of the choices that they made in that were genius. There's like the way that
That Triceratops skull flipping and then falling down, and you see through the eye what's happening in the background.
yeah,
That shit
I
was-
mean that stuff is cool. But oh no. Chris
Sure, that's
Chris is
cool.
high. But there was a time in the show.
You said genius.
Oh, so there was a time in the show where the dinosaur basically has a love interest, right? But she's like homies with the caveman, right?
Right.
And her love interest is obviously nothing but trouble,
Right.
Because so
Because good guys come in last, and he was not a good guy.
yeah, his dinosaur is a female. So she was basically dating a male who wasn't house trained, I guess you would say. He was just a wild animal, right? Where, you know, his dinosaur, Fang, is that dinosaur's name.
Correct.
And he is Spear, right? So Fang is like his pet, kind of,
Yeah.
right? They're homies, whatever. But like,
Yeah, they're more like homies.
right. So there's a moment when all of a sudden her love interest enters the area and is fucking trying to kill everybody,
Killing humans.
right?
Eating them.
Right. It's bloody as hell.
Fuck yeah.
Bodies and shit, right? So then that dinosaur gets to Spear, the caveman, the hero of our story, and Fang gets in front of gets in between them,
Right.
and is like, no.
Right. Whoa. Don't eat this
Yeah.
human.
No, but you know, there's no dialogue. So it's like, it all comes across. It's so fucking crazy. Like, you know exactly what they're thinking. Even though they're not saying anything, you know what their grunts and shit say. They did it so well.
Yeah.
But so she's in between the love interest and the man, keeping the love interest off. No, he's with me, right? So then Spear, the guy, all of a sudden he's like, okay, like you're with me, and he comes from behind with a spear
To kill
the love interest, right? Because he doesn't know
Right.
like what's going on, and then Fang gets in front of the love interest.
Right. Protect.
Right. So now it's like, oh my God, they told that story so well.
With no words.
Yeah, like basically like, I'm protecting him from you, and then it's like, no, but I'm protecting him from you.
Right. And just moments before, grisly murder with
yeah.
red blood everywhere. Dinosaurs ripping people apart. But wait, not this one.
Right.
Oh, but wait, not him either. Right?
just the fact that they were able to like come up with that as the way to show it, it was just genius.
Yeah, man, Genndy, he does these they're silent films. Like you're sitting and you're watching them. Right. You don't like that worm.
That's the extent of the dialogue in it.
Right.
Except for that one episode. So here's the thing. So you have that episode, which was so good, right? And then the next episode, we're in like jolly old France or some shit, right? And we're twisty mustache guys, and we're sipping on brandy, and we're talking about like how in the past everyone was so primal, right?
It was Darwin.
Oh, was it?
It was Darwin trying to talk about evolution and trying to say, under the right circumstances, you'll revert right back to your primal shit. And they're all just like,
right,
this is ridiculous.
And
They're all fancy, pinky out and shit.
And this guy, what's his name? Terry Fibonacci?
Teddy Fibonacci.
No, what's his name?
Genndy
Tartakovsky.
Yeah.
You entrust him so much that all of a sudden you go to this episode, which is in the middle of the second season, where now you're not with everyone you've been with. Right. You're with this like pinky in the air folks.
Yeah.
Talking about like that. Basically, they're kind of referring to the show in that way. So in that way, they tied it together perfectly. But the thing is, like, you don't mind. You trust him so much that you don't mind being there.
Right.
You're not like, wait, what about...
You went from prehistoric and the greatest episode ever to calm.
I texted you. Yeah.
Calm England.
Right.
1800s.
Yeah.
Darwin's arguing with some chaps over intellectual shit as they sip brandy.
Yeah.
And it's amazing.
Boy, does all hell break loose. And that's like one of the best endings in television history.
Yes!
Of that episode.
Yes!
And then the next episode, you're back to our, back to
what
Spear
happened
and
after
Fang.
that bloody crazy shit with all the apes.
Oh, man, so good.
Yeah, that
we're going to get shirts. We're going to get Primal shirts.
For sure. That motherfucker made the best Star Wars ever.
Did he?
Yes.
He did Clone Wars or something like that, right? Okay.
Correctamundo.
I still don't know. I just read that because I like this guy.
Dude, that was the best Star Wars shit I think I've seen since Empire Strikes Back. The original Star Wars.
Man, today...
I'm not kidding. Like, me and my son would be glued watching that shit. It was great.
Today I was typing in Return of the Jedi as a hashtag for one of our things, and I was like, Return of the Jedi?
Oh, yeah.
I was like, return? Is the word return? I was like, that sounds so stupid. And I was like, I know it was Revenge of the Jedi first before it got...
Revenge of the Sith?
No, Revenge of the Jedi.
It was Revenge of the Jedi first, right?
It was?
Before it was released. Like, it was teased as that, I think. But I was like, I had to look it up because I was like, Return of the Jedi just sounds so stupid.
Well, because a Jedi wouldn't take revenge.
I get why they changed
it,
but that word, I was like, that Return of... It's just like a generic lame name.
Right. And it's also silly because it's like Luke Skywalker,
I mean, we talked about it, but I'm just saying.
And it's like, no, the Return of the Jedi is Anakin returning at the very end. And, And, that movie came out, 50 fucking thousand years ago?
Yeah.
And when I tell people that, they're like, wait, what? Robots.
Well, we're robots.
Yeah.
Have we talked about how we're AI generated? We haven't talked about that yet.
We haven't got into that because we haven't seen each other in 2 weeks. Kind of.
Right. Yeah.
Right.
For real.
So we took our first break from recording. All right.
Because we were both in the shit.
Right. A lot of shit happened in that time.
Yeah.
Your crazy show happened. The pizza thing happened. The whole Trump thing is happening.
Right.
It's
the falling
all
apart
happening.
of America.
Yeah. And so there's a lot of things to talk about. You saw Primal.
Saw Primal. So good.
The Switch 2 came out.
Yeah.
We haven't even fucking talked about that.
You could talk about that. I don't have anything to say. I don't know what to say. You put it in my hands and I was like, first of all, it just feels like a skinny iPad. That's what it feels like to me. Like the way you hold it, it seems like it's so thin, it's like an iPad. That's what it feels like.
Since you're not about it and you could care fucking less.
Absolutely.
I think you would give the best review.
feels like an iPad,
Because you're not a fanboy.
or an in
So
and out
you'll be like,
tray.
oh, I like this part. This is kind of cool, right?
Yeah.
But I hate the way they do this. But like, that's what.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good review.
All right.
Because I'm a fanboy, and I'll say it's all good.
Oh, yeah.
I love it.
I know somebody who's like that.
I love this
About
Nintendo
Star
Switch.
Wars. Cheers, Mr. Dellinger. Make sure to like and subscribe and join our Discord and Patreon. Check out our links.
Now back to the show.
Mr. Dillinger is a Star Wars
Oh, boy.
guy.
Oh, yeah.
Star Wars does no wrong ever.
He
to
should
him.
he should just be sewn into Star Wars underwear. You know, that's how Star Wars he is.
Correct.
Does that make sense?
Dillinger should have his own Star Wars figure in a fucking package.
Okay, realistically, when I worked at Concord Records, I'm gonna take you on a side trick. When I worked at Concord Records,
We're going to do that for him for Christmas. When you worked at Concord Records.
when I worked at Concord Records, we would release some banging shit. Poncho Sanchez band.
Hell yeah.
Like Joey DeFrancesco has an album called Goodfellas. Goodfellas?
It was 3 times?
I think it's called no. The Godfather? What the
gotta
fuck?
s-
It's called
I gotta
one of-
stab it 3 times?
Joey DeFrancesco Goodfellas? Look it up for me. It came out at that time, and this is one of those dumb things where I'm saying it's one of my favorite albums of his. But like here I am, like you don't know the name of it, but it's one of your favorite, like the fucking
Yeah,
Spider-Man
because
movies.
you see the picture
Goodfellas.
and you know the
It is
sound.
called Goodfellas.
Yeah.
Yeah, so yeah, I guess it's called Goodfellas. I was right. It just didn't seem correct at the moment. But so they would release this banging shit, right? Maynard Ferguson, who's this trumpet player who could play super high, and he like did big band stuff, all came out at that time, and I was working there for like a summer, right? And they had this guy. I'm not gonna come up with his name. Maybe you should look this up.
You
Look up
just said Maynard Snitch.
Maynard Ferguson. Look up Star Trek hologram singer. So they basically,
He's from Voyager.
I guess,
The medical
but what's his
doctor.
name?
They were able to take the hologram out, and he was actually able to leave the ship on away missions.
Vic Fontaine.
Vic Fontaine.
He also sings with Ralph Mouth from fucking Happy Days, bro.
Right. But listen to this. So Vic Fontaine is an actor in
Yeah.
Star Trek
Yeah.
who was a hologram lounge singer, right?
Yeah.
So
Because he's good.
was he though?
Okay.
So at the time I was working there, I was working in the publicity department. So I would have to call radio stations, newspapers. This is back in the day when email was brand new. In fact, I got my first email address while I was working there. Like they hooked it up. Just a Yahoo account, you know. But they put out an album by this guy. And they were basically like thinking that anyone who loves Star Trek, slam dunk, they're gonna buy this album, right?
No.
But it was bad.
Yeah, you gotta be a fucking,
You know?
you gotta be Kirk to do shit like that.
It was like, it was just bad, you know. And it was like, they're not in this for the art. They're like, oh, we can sell this to all of the Star Trek people. So weirdly, I could see Rob Dellinger. This is awful. I could see Rob Dellinger being a holographic lounge singer in a Star Wars movie, but he would actually be good. That's why I'm saying it sounds bad, because I'm like comparing Rob to like this a guy that I was like, but can't you see him like doing something like
We
that?
have to make that happen.
But petition to get hologram Rob Dillinger and the Alpha Rhythm Kings in Star Wars.
As a hologram?
Yeah.
Yes. Or does he show up as like a spirit ghost Jedi?
I was just gonna ask, are there holograms? But the fucking first fucking movie
Yeah.
hologram, you know.
Yeah, fucking help me, Obi-Wan Kenobi. You're my only hope. Yeah.
Yep.
That's what he needs to do. He needs to make a droid.
Hey Rob.
Have that shit shoot out his band and they fucking play a hologram. Star
Yeah.
Wars.
Can't you see that happening?
Yes.
Like that could be a thing.
Right when you said it, yes.
Yeah.
I mean, David Cho's on Star Wars now.
I know, that's crazy. Star Wars is weird now because it's a TV show, so it's almost like, and the casts are so large, it's almost just like everyone's in Star Wars now.
Well, okay, so I wanted to talk about that as well. Star Wars is like hip hop. now.
Yeah.
So it's the Star Wars now is not my Star Wars,
Right.
but there are plenty of people that love the Star Wars now.
Right.
But they can always go back to my Star Wars,
I
which
got
is tight,
you.
right?
That is hip hop ish.
Because even though, and my kids
You could do the same thing with hip-hop.
were tortured in life with how much Star Wars.
Yeah.
Like Heather would argue with me, and I would bring up and associate it to Star Wars.
Of course.
And it would drive her insane.
Yeah, it would drive me insane.
And-
it probably drives people insane that all we talk about is Star Wars.
And I would talk out loud like there's a crowd watching,
Yeah.
and she would say things like, "Who the fuck are
Right.
you even talking
like
to?"
the Truman Show.
Right, but you did the same thing to me.
When did I do that?
Like we caught it on film because we were talking. You're like, wait, who are you talking to? Right. So I realize how I am. I realize what I do. Right. So the whole.
Oh yeah, I remember that. You're talking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So my kids know like Star Wars, and they know my connection and all of it. Right.
Right.
They know how unhappy I am, how dissatisfied I am with the direction of Star Wars.
Right.
But even with all of that, and I passionately go on rants, even with all of that, they both have come to me and said, "Dad, you have to go to Disneyland. You have to see that Star Wars
I mean, you
shit."
should. You really should.
Everyone that knows me is like, "I know you're angry. I know you don't want to go back. I know you have to see that shit."
I don't give a fuck about Star Wars, and I would say yes, you definitely have to go experience that. because it's the shit.
Dang! Damn.
I mean, that Galaxy's Edge, they really made it like, if you look in any direction, you can't see any other part of the park.
That's fucking dope.
Like, you're enclosed in Star Wars.
yeah, that's cool.
Have you been on the Back to the Future ride?
Oh yeah,
It's like that, right?
brother. That was
What Back
magnificent.
to the Future ride?
Where is that at? That was at
Universal?
Universal Studios.
And the line
Shit,
was half
if you
the
don't
ride.
remember it.
The line was half the ride.
But the way it was, I believe that when you're in like a mobile, I wouldn't call it a car, and you're like on tracks, but that like elevators move and like things turn, right? Is that how Back to the Future is?
Well, what is, you're in a long ass line and you're going down into lore.
Yeah.
And there's all these monitors. And when you get to a certain bullet point in the line, that will continue the story. And it's the real Doc Brown.
Right, yes.
And he's, oh, this is
you were
what's
here.
happening. You guys gotta follow me. And it go, and it's this whole little adventure until you get to the actual thing. And then you get into a DeLorean that, like, what? How many people could fit in? A lot, right?
Right.
And there's,
I guess it is a car.
and it's like a giant curved screen, and you're in the car, but it's on hydraulics.
I hate those rides.
Right.
It's fucking.
But isn't that how the Star Wars ride is?
No.
No, it's not.
It's not screens. Like,
Oh, no.
it's,
Well, you guys are flying the Falcon, aren't you? Isn't there a gun?
No,
and
that
shit?
one's dumb as
No.
fuck.
Oh,
That ride,
we're talking
ride,
about- that's an attraction, really.
yeah.
Oh.
Whatever that was, it was like, oh, this is for babies.
That one's definitely for kids because there's a lot of buttons.
Yeah.
It's basically like an arcade game.
An awful arcade game.
oh, okay. Well, fuck that then.
But
this other thing-
what's Smuggler's Run? Wait, what's it called?
No, that's the Millennium Falcon one.
Oh, okay.
Rise of the Resistance.
Rise of the Resistance. Yeah, the line is the best part of it, but the ride is good too.
The whole line is themed. You're walking. You get into a shuttle. You're trying to leave.
And but when you're in the hallway waiting to get on the ride, the little blue-hatted penguins are like mean to you. You know?
The blue-hatted penguins.
You know what I'm talking about?
Sure.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
The Imperial.
Imperial Guard, is that what it would be?
Oh, I gotcha.
With the, the little hats.
Gotcha.
They're all dressed like that and they're hella mean to you.
They basically, you get into the shuttle.
How
You're
neat.
trying to leave the planet before the Imperial.
What a
The
great
Imperial
job
people
that would be.
arrive.
For someone who has anger issues, it would be the shit.
Yeah.
I wanna.
Oh, okay, that was a
Yeah,
high.
he's
That was
raising
a-
his
I'm raising
hand.
I'm volunteering
Okay.
for that job right
yeah.
now.
Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
But that ride, it's so innovative. They're using swerve drive. They lock in the cart to do a drop.
Interesting. All right. So
They have a second path if one of the animatronics isn't working.
So I think I'm just going to take a trip with my son.
You should.
I think we're just going to go. Because he's the one that was like, Dad, no, me and you can go. You have to see it. You have to experience it. Not only that, I'm really sentimental and emotional kind of a guy, sensitive artist.
Mm-hmm.
And if I see a real life Millennium Falcon just sitting there, that's gonna freak me the fuck out.
It is pretty fucking big. Fucking Whitney Cummings was there the other day. God damn it. I love me some Whitney Cummings.
Really? She's pretty
I
funny.
do like her, yeah.
She's funny.
She is funny.
Is she cute?
Yeah, very.
Oh.
Hi.
So,
Bap, bap, bap. There, that's for you.
Star Wars is like hip hop. And then
I could see that because, like, we still love the OG shit.
Yeah.
We rarely like something new.
Right.
And then there is stuff that comes out where we're like, this isn't for me.
Right.
But then all of the old shit is still there to appreciate.
I wonder what's about to happen because we're going through a lull right now. There's been a lot of terrible content shit out. Sucks. World sucks, all that shit. But we're about to, on 7-Eleven, we're about to get Superman, and that motherfucker is a badass.
And you can get a free Slurpee on the same day.
And the Life of Grime Quality Junk album will be released.
And the Fantastic Four also comes out.
All right.
And it's my son's birthday.
Man.
Fuck yeah. Dope ass day. I can't wait for 7-Eleven.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So I wonder what's going to happen. Like, are we going to get all happy about comic books again and shit? Is Superman going to...
It depends on what the story is for Superman.
I really I have a lot of faith in that guy.
Man, if best case scenario, Superman is fighting the Nazis.
That would be awesome.
Right?
Serious.
Yes.
That would be fucking
Best
awesome.
case scenario for the country would be if Superman were fighting the Nazis.
That would be fucking
It's
cool.
not gonna happen.
Unfortunately.
That would be cool. That's a good idea.
But what it's probably going to be is they're going to be fighting some foreign country that doesn't exist, or they're going to be fighting some other alien race, right?
I think the dude in charge
So
knows
that
what
it's
he's
not
fucking
offensive?
doing.
You think so?
It's Lex Luthor. He's gonna be fighting, right? No?
I bet you there's going to be
so.
Luthor. I bet
Yeah,
you
so
there's going to
another made-up character, yeah.
be Brainiac and all of that. But I think he's going to show that Superman is truth, justice, and the American way. And I think he's going to focus on that shit. And I think it's going to be heartwarming, something that we really need right now. That's what I'm thinking. The Fantastic Four shit, I don't know.
You've got
But we got
exactly 1 month and 1 day to edit in Nazis.
Have that super dog fly around, just bite a Nazi. That'd be great.
Could you imagine?
They
That'd
got
be the shit.
They got the dog in there. I get sentimental now. I'm like, it was wonderful seeing that
I
dog.
need to watch Inglourious Bastards again.
It's the best movie ever.
It's one of them. Along with his other movies.
Anytime you put on a Tarantino film, I'm gonna say that's the best movie ever.
So I was thinking, because there's a movie called, I think it's called Stealing Pulp Fiction. Have you seen the trailer for this?
When's the first time you saw Pam Grier's titties? In Coffee? How old were you?
Oh, maybe 21?
Yeah.
Maybe? Because it was like, I didn't know really about Pam Grier until Tarantino and like the explosion of blaxploitation again, you know? So it's not that I couldn't have seen it younger, I just didn't know about Pam Grier until then. Why?
No, just wondering. Well, because of Jackie Brown. And I still think she's like one of the finest women to ever walk.
You want to know some of the best titties I've ever seen?
Go.
So, there's a movie called Badass, right? I think that's what it's called, Badass, with lots of A's and lots of S's.
Okay.
And it's Mario Van Peebles
Oh, shit, okay.
doing, it's basically the making of Sweetback's Badass song, So Sweetback's Badass Song was the movie his dad made.
I think I've seen this movie.
Sweetback's Badass Song or Badass?
Badass.
It's a great fucking movie.
But I've seen them both.
Okay, yeah.
But because of you,
Probably.
I think in preparation of doo-doo, I think you put...
Possibly.
Yeah.
Doo-doo the worm. We'll talk about it someday.
Yeah.
But,
You saying you don't got control of your bitches.
in Badass, there's a moment when I think Marvin Van Peebles, who's the dad, who made Sweetback's Badass Song, I think there's a scene where he's in bed with 2 girls and another guy. Like they were just like they were waking up from that. Like who knows what went on the night before. White girl and a black girl. That black girl, best titties in the world.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go look that up. That is a strong fucking statement, Mike.
Comment below
That
if
is
you
a
disagree.
Strong fucking statement because I'm a huge Pam Grier's the finest woman ever kind of a guy. But I'll check out those titties.
What were we talking about? Why did we go down titty row?
Quentin Tarantino in movies. I did.
I was
Pam Jackson.
so there's a movie called Stealing Pulp Fiction. Do you know about this?
No.
So basically it looks pretty good and it's like at the film festivals right now, I think.
Oh, yikes.
And I've heard about it for a while.
oh, then
right?
Okay.
Well, I think they must have just finished it, whatever. The story is from what I understand, these guys want to steal a film print of Pulp Fiction. I think that's what the story is. I try not to watch too much of the trailer, but because I want to be surprised when I watch the movie.
Yes.
But it's called Stealing Pulp Fiction, and for some reason that just I was like, this looks cool, can't wait to see it, but it got me thinking about Pulp Fiction. And I really think that Pulp Fiction might be the coolest movie ever made. Like coolest in quotes. And not cheesy quotes. But I mean when you think of cool, I think Pulp Fiction is like 100% cool.
When we got those M&Ms
Yeah.
up on that counter,
Yeah.
you're like, by my Batman cookie jar. Mm-hmm. You're like, are those cereals yours?
Right.
I got Fruit Brute. Mm-hmm. That's what they're eating
Right.
in Pulp Fiction.
I just think it's now I'm not saying it's my favorite movie or even what I would consider to be my favorite Quentin Tarantino movie even, right?
Okay.
But like I think it's just the epitome of like this is the coolest movie ever made.
I would have to agree with you. Like, strongly.
The only movie that I could say I like better than Pulp Fiction and has gone back and forth is like Shawshank Redemption. Shawshank Redemption to me is just the best movie ever made. Wow. And I know it's a Stephen King adaptation, but like to me that movie is perfection.
Wow.
Right?
Wow.
It has occurred to me, I can't remember how it was brought up to me, but like my 2 favorite movies, you got Shawshank Redemption and Pulp Fiction. My 2 favorite movies involve male anal rape.
Yeah, so
Sorry.
Pulp Fiction, not
Earmuffs.
only do I think it's one of the coolest movies, it
Yeah.
might be my favorite movie of all time.
It's hard to argue with.
Because anytime it comes on, I'm fucking hypnotized.
Anytime you might say, oh, but I like Django better or any other movie better, you're just lying to yourself.
Pulp Fiction.
It's Pulp Fiction.
Pulp Fiction is so authentically written and spoken that at no point in time do you feel like someone's acting.
Right.
At no point.
Right.
When Christopher Walken gives that fucking watch speech,
Yeah. I mean, and Quentin is in it himself, who probably like, I know he loves to act, but I think he would admit that he's not the greatest actor. Like, I think we used to look at it as bad, but now it's just like that's part of the movie, right?
Right. Yeah,
We did see it as bad at one time, right?
totally. I still don't like his Django.
Right, that's what I was gonna say. His Australian accent,
It's terrible.
It's pretty bad.
It's pretty bad.
Huh? He just like his whole like.
It's terrible.
Yeah. Hi, Quentin. Use my music. It's made for you.
Oh my god! I just laughed like Seth Rogen in the studio.
Yeah.
It's because, you start to get parched, especially when you hit something
Yeah.
like this. My favorite Quentin Tarantino movie, there's always a but, right?
Right. But Pulp Fiction.
Right. but when Quentin Tarantino is lecturing Samuel L. Jackson, when I first saw that, I'm like, this is not believable.
Oh, yeah.
Now when I watch it, it's okay, it's kind of
Yeah.
right.
I guess it always made sense to me because, like, Jules could owe him something. Or, you know what I mean?
I think by that time, we've been desensitized to violence by that time in the film. But his friend, Jimmy,
Yeah.
he's just woke up.
Mm-hmm.
And he's in a bathrobe. And
Yep.
there's an exploded human being in his garage.
Right.
And I think he's kind of in shock. And I didn't think about that.
Do you think he's in shock?
I think
or
he's
do
in
you
shock.
think it's a little bit like fucking Jules again?
Right. So the real story is, what were Jules and Jimmy doing back in the day?
Ooh.
That's a story that has not been
What
talked about.
would they be doing back
Why
in
do
the
they
day?
know each other? And how come Jimmy can talk to Jules like that?
Yeah,
Make
it
his
would be
face blow
way
up?
better than, like, our relationship, like, in high school. Like, we didn't know the fucking each other. So it couldn't be someone like, oh, I only know them. You would have to know them so well.
That you could bring an exploded human being to your fucking house. To your wife could be there.
Yeah.
That they have a deep, something went down. Jimmy did some
What
shit.
the hell?
Jimmy, he did some shit too. Jimmy's a badass too.
Does he know something about Jules?
No, because he's kind of panicking. I don't know what you got to do. I don't know who you got to call.
Do you think he's panicking? I think he's just annoyed.
I'm gonna get fucking divorced. You know?
Yeah.
He's panicking.
I guess that's a little bit of panic.
Yeah. Or Bonnie's titties.
If only a better actor would have acted it, we wouldn't have any of these questions.
So there's that, right? But no, the anal rape in that movie turned my wife away.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I couldn't. This is my favorite shit. I want to put it on.
Anal rape?
Right, and she's like, I do not like this part of the movie.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
like that.
Christine doesn't like anything, any movie. I mean, I could understand why. I'm not talking shit, but any movie that involves any forceful sex of any kind.
My sister-in-law is also like that.
Yeah.
And she, for a living, she saves human beings' lives. So, you know, she's a doctor,
Yeah.
and she's like, we can watch movies, but I don't want to see any rape.
Yeah.
Right?
doesn't
And it's
like
like,
that
God
shit
damn
at
it,
all.
that takes out like fucking half my movies, man. What are
Yeah.
you talking about? Because I like revenge, man.
Oh, man. So, okay, stop right there. Revenge. You haven't seen I Saw the Devil yet, huh?
No.
Wait. Korean horror movie. Not Late Night with the Devil. I Saw the Devil. Korean revenge movie.
Oh, I don't want to see that.
Why? Because it's Korean?
No, because yeah. I'm racist against Koreans.
Well, I thought you meant because they make such good movies, you don't want to be sucked
The
in.
South Koreans make the worst feeling fucking movies.
Okay.
They're like Old Boy.
Yeah, it's along
Fucked
those
me
lines.
up. I loved it until I didn't.
It's got that sheen to it, that vibe to it, that grit.
Yeah, man. They're fucking nuts. You ever see those Korean zombie shits on the train?
I don't think I have.
Holy God, it's the best zombie movie ever.
Wait, so you are interested in I Saw the Devil, or you're
No,
not interested?
I'm not. I already know it's going to fuck me up and it's terrible. They
Oh,
fucked
it's
me
the-
up on a psychological way that
It's
it
the
doesn't leave.
Best revenge story I've ever seen.
All right, I'll watch it.
Fuck, man.
Really?
You watch it, you'll text me right after it and go, God damn.
I'm just saying, Old Boy fucked me up. I did not expect
This
that.
is a revenge movie. So maybe
Okay.
by the end of it, you'll be like, hell yeah, I'm going to kill everyone.
So then the next Tarantino film comes out that I want to take my wife to, and it's Kill Bill.
Okay.
We're in the theater. I'm all excited. I'm hyped.
Yeah.
The movie starts. An innocent, beat-up-looking fucking woman is on the ground
Pregnant,
and gets her
yeah.
fucking brains blown out,
Right.
and the movie starts.
Yeah.
She didn't like that. It took a long time to get her to like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She came around.
She did. She,
She
loved
would
it
wear
after
the
a
stuff.
while. Yeah, well, yeah. She wore the stuff.
The way you said that was like, yeah, because I fucking forced her to.
No. She,
I
that's
forgot you're here.
that night she got fucking mad at my cousin.
Oh, yeah?
But she wasn't cosplaying. she had a real sword.
Uh-huh.
So she pulled her fucking real sword out, and we were drinking maybe,
All right.
allegedly.
All right.
Yeah, my cousin was in real danger.
Okay.
So my other cousin took him away, and we continued to have a good time. It was great.
All right then.
Yeah, she was dressed as Kill Bill, but she's the real fucking thing. She would really kill Bill, you know.
I don't know if we said this on the show. Did we say this on the show?
What?
I think I may have talked to Andre about it. Maybe it's on the show. I still have episodes I haven't edited. But best case scenario, Quentin Tarantino has one more movie coming out, right? Did we talk about this here? He has one more movie coming out. Best case scenario, I think, is that he never makes another movie.
Yeah, you talked about this here.
We did? Okay.
I don't think we talked about it.
I don't know
recording?
if it might have been outside.
I think we were pizza eating.
If while I'm editing, if I did say it in another episode, we'll just edit right here, or I'll edit all of this stuff out so that we're not repeating
So
ourselves.
you're saying that Quentin Tarantino's final film,
Nice save.
Once Upon a Time in
Yes,
Hollywood.
I think best case scenario, he does, because he's been teasing one more film, right?
Right.
So like, you know, he has one more film. So you're not judging him based on how good is this movie. Not that you should be judging anyways, but like in your brain, you do like where does this movie, do I like this movie? How much do I like this movie? Right?
Right.
Knowing that it's his last one, which is what they've been teasing, he does one more movie, this is his last one,
Yeah.
your expectations are going to be so high that this has to be not only his best movie,
Agreed.
but the greatest movie of all time. You can't top this,
Mic drop.
right?
Yeah.
If that's what your expectation is, and it's not that, which it won't be, because, you know, if you build it up to like some like maximum level, it's not gonna be that. It could be Pulp Fiction or better even. But you will still be like, oh man, because you know that's his last one, right? For him to go out always teasing one, he goes out on top.
My only pushback is Quentin Tarantino might be the only person that could ever actually outdo himself.
I mean, you're
as
not
his
lying.
final film.
You're not lying and you're not wrong. If that's the case, then congratulations on canceling The Film Critic. The Film Critic was the movie that was supposed to be his last movie, right? And I think they had, like, he had written a script and everything and they were starting to cast it, I believe. And he basically was like, nope, this isn't the one. If he's not feeling that it's the one, because he's got to have this grand last one, right? If he's not feeling that that's the one, congratulations for knowing that and going towards the one that he's going to outdo himself with.
But I think him just not doing it, teasing it, that's like what's in the case. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean,
What's
it
in the
may
case?
come out at some point in novel form. You know, like they released Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, the novel.
But that's not a movie though.
No, it's not a movie.
I think you're right. That would be cool.
But it would be a way to
It'd be a
consume
cool
it.
move. What I was trying to say earlier about the Tarantino films, there was always one little thing pulling my wife out.
Oh, really?
Right. But then the movie was so good that we would come around.
Right.
The only time that ever happened to me was at Once Upon a Time in Hollywood.
To you,
To me.
where you didn't like it at first?
They portrayed Bruce Lee.
Oh, you were one of the hell no's?
I do not think Bruce Lee would be like that. Now, I'm not saying Brad Pitt couldn't whoop his fucking ass, spoilers, because the point of that scene was Brad Pitt is a bad motherfucker. He could even beat up Bruce Lee.
Yeah.
And so once I understood that, okay, cool. They're basically letting you know this is not real Bruce Lee, because at the end of the movie, that's not how things really happen.
Right.
So this is his movie. He's having a good time. And I fucking love his last movie, bro. Here I am being Asian feisty about how they're portraying my hero.
Sure.
That my dad.
You're not even noticing the art.
Right. It's very difficult for me to pick my favorite Quentin Tarantino film. But I would say Pulp Fiction is the coolest.